Alright, so if you don't know, we're doing a giveaway right now for a copy of Wingspan. If you want to find out more about that, go to the description of this video or go in the comments and find the win a copy of Wingspan for you. Completely free to enter, takes less than 5 minutes. Takes less than 3 minutes, to be fully honest. To enter, one of the things you had to do was comment a sequel to Wingspan that you'd want to see. Now, we got over 200 or maybe almost 300 comments so far on that one video alone, which is absolutely insane. But you guys are very, very opinionated people. So today we're going to be talking about is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12? We'll be talking about 14 potential sequels for Wingspan, and all of these were voted multiple times. Like, I want to say multiple times. And let's just go through and talk about them and what I think they might look like if they came out. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment what you think a sequel to Wingspan should, or in the Span series, should be. And let's get going, party people. Number one, we have Tree Span. Tree Span would be very interesting. I don't know if that would be as easy as everyone's saying it would be. Each row would probably be like, a different forest, and you have to grow your trees in there, and they have to fit in the type of tropical or the type of weather. So one might be like rainforest, only rainforest trees could go in there. Next could be Sahara Desert, so only like trees that can grow in hard conditions can grow in there. Next we'd probably have like Arctic, so it'd be like cold trees. This one might actually require 4 rows, because there is like other terrain. There's like plain terrain where only those trees could grow in. Some could grow in here, some could grow in there. You get points by having the most, oxygen created to the world. I can see that. As I said, it's not as difficult as I thought it might be. Yeah, that's Tree Span. A lot of people said Tree Span. Tree Span was actually one of the most requested out of all of the Span games, which is very interesting. Next up, we have a game that I wasn't too sure why it was requested so much. We have Bridge Span. So many people want a game about bridges. Now, it would be interesting to construct bridges, and the game might end when you have like all 3 of your bridges constructed. I know when I play Wingspan, I try to have all the things covered of birds. I know it's not possible, but I try. And Wormspan, I make sure to have every single space covered with a dragon. Recently, I had 2 spaces I was missing, which was the worst I've ever done, really. I had a great time. I love filling up my board, and if this game was all about filling up your board, constructing those 3 bridges, maybe having the most secured bridge or the most beloved bridge with the art and the structural integrity, I could see something like that. I could see something like that happening. This one was tied for first for the most requested version of all, Insect Span. A ton of you want an insect span thing. It's insane. I know bugs are popular, but you guys really want like a bug span happening. And yeah, so I count all the votes for insect span and bug span. People could not decide exactly which one for it to be under, and I think that's hilarious. I think it's great. I don't know exactly what this would be other than like collecting the bugs and pinning them. I think that'd be kind of like morbid though. I always thought it was kind of morbid when people like take the bugs, kill it, and like pin the body to a book and be like, oh, I found it. Like, it's one thing to find it, it's something to like do that to a bug. Poor guy. I mean, it is what it is. To each their own. So I can see that collecting, not set collection, but like unique, specifically types, trying to figure out different symbols. Maybe it is set collection. I don't really know. I think that'd be an interesting one to go down if they ever go down that route. Next is Dog Span. Dog Span is another highly requested one. Love me some dogs. People love birds. People like fish. I'm surprised Fish Span happened before like a dog or cat span. Wormspan, it made sense. People really wanted one about dragons. Dragons are super popular, and single-handedly made, I think, like $2 million last year. Wormspan did absolutely crazy. Great job, Jamie, for getting that situated and knowing what to do with that, because that was a great decision. I know some people were ragging on it, but honestly, all in all, it's a great game. That's my favorite in the trilogy by far. It's actually in my top like 25 board games of all time, which you'll see if you follow my channel and you see the series that we're doing right now. Yeah, Dogspan would be cool. Maybe they have like 3 different dog parks. They have to be compatible with one another. You can't have like 2 aggressives in the same place. Maybe you can't have aggressive too close to this. I could see that happening. I would really like seeing that. I'd really like seeing that. I love the art style that we have for all the games, and I'd love to see that done with dogs. So moving on, we have Soup Span. I don't know why some people want to give out soups. I don't think this game would be the same that everyone else wants it to be. The way I would do something like this would be each row would be a different like cauldron that you're boiling soups in. You're trying to have the most fulfilling soups for nutritional value. Maybe like some people really want a spicy soup that multiplies upon itself. Maybe some people really want a healthy soup, so it's only greens. Maybe that changes with each round. Maybe the rounds are like the fulfillments, and you have to like not overcommit, because then you can't fulfill other rounds. I don't really know, but I think soup span, it has to be it. It'd also be cool if maybe like people ate in between rounds, so like the 2 leftmost cards got like discarded or like eaten and given to the patrons. Maybe that could be a recipe fulfillment one that happens next. I'd love to see what that looks like. Next up, we have dolphin span. A lot of people, I don't know how many different kind of dolphins there are. I know there's a million types of soups, and insects and trees and bridges. How many dolphins exist? Isn't dolphin just a subtype already of like a fish? Or I'm not that smart. Don't yell at me. I can already feel you guys yelling at me in the comments. But dolphin span was a very interesting decision by a lot of you. But I mean, I get dolphin span. That scared me. And that shocked my nerves a little bit. But moving on. So we have dolphin span again. I don't know how many dolphins even exist in the world, like different types, but that's an interesting one for sure. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe the dolphin has to jump through hoops. I don't know. This one was actually, I think 2 people said, which is kind of funny. Nobody wants your sheep span. Yeah, I don't even think this would be, I don't know if it would be a game. Also, I trade sheep like exclusively in Catan. That's how I always win. So good thing you don't want my sheep, because I'm using them to win the game. Moving on, we got word span. Word span would be an interesting one. I don't know, unless you completely, you have to replace the letters you place a lot, but maybe you have like words or letters you play down like a Scrabble, almost like a full board game of Scrabble. Scrabble's already like you pick them up and you put them down. Maybe you have to like go hunting for the right consonant or vowel. Maybe you get like AUs. Maybe each one's worth letters depending on how many vowels you can put in one word, or consonants, or if it ends in a vowel or starts with a Y, and all that fun stuff. And then honestly, this one people would be Googling and it'd be perfectly fine, but I think it would be more so you construct what you want, that you can think of. But I mean, this wouldn't be a completely different game that requires people to know a bunch of different words. So I don't really know how popular this one would be. I would love to see this. I'm a huge fan of word games. I was an English teacher up until 2021. I would enjoy this personally. So let's keep going. Atom span, that would be cute. That'd be interesting. The atomic level of a bunch of different elements. Maybe it would be like a periodic table situation. Maybe you have to maybe you have an atom, you have to add to it to create certain different contracts. I don't really know too much. I failed biology way back when. Actually, I'd been demoted from the honors to the regular, and I still was failing the regular class like crazy. So I don't really know how this would play, but I would really like to see a game where maybe you're adding hydrogens, electrons, or adding electrons and stuff to atoms to create specific types of molecules. I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't know. I really don't know. I think that's just top of my head. Next, we got bug span. Bug span, we made a different one as insect span, but a lot of people said bug specifically. So I don't know that there's a difference between insect and bug, but I made a different one right now. So again, one of the most voted ones by far is bug span / insect span. They're both voted insanely highly. Someone tell me in the comments if there's a difference between bug and insect, but I think it'd be fun, like a ladybug span. I don't know. There's a ton of types, so I can see that happening in a ton of different ways. And then we got butterfly span. Now this one, I did a box specifically for this, because a lot of people did specifically state butterfly span. There are a bunch of different kinds of butterflies. I mainly know that from Animal Crossing when I was homeschooled, but I do know in general, like I've also looked up butterflies in my off time every now and then. And there are a surprising amount. I would like to see something like that happen. So I think that'd be an interesting, fun, and a very beautiful game. I think more than anything else, this would be the most beautiful game since Wingspan. I actually like the art of Wingspan more than Wormspan. I don't really care for I know it's beautiful. I know it's objectively gorgeous, but I really want to see stuff that's real in the art style. The dragons, without having an emotional attachment to them, like being dragons, I know, like Sauron, that's the wrong one. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. But regardless, dragons from Mythos, I already know. I'm a huge IP guy. I like seeing things that I definitely know, and I didn't know any of those dragons. They're pretty, they're cute, but I would love to see the butterfly span. Just butterflies done in the art style. I think it'd be absolutely gorgeous. Next, some people said beer span for sure. Beer span, I know there's just a ton of different types of alcohol. Maybe it'd be like a distilled-esque game. But instead of like brewing it, you're trying to make the best flight imaginable. Like you're trying to have the best combination of alcohols to give to someone. This would be like another. I think anything food related would be like a recipe fulfillment game, mainly because it comes with the property of having recipes in general. But maybe that's just crazy. Maybe that's just a wild thing that no one could ever do. I don't know. But I would like to see this. I think it'd be fun. I have a lot of friends that like play games at like breweries, distilleries, and all that stuff, and I think it'd be cool to, I like playing games in the right place kind of thing. So I think it'd be fun to do. Dinospan. The right place would be Jurassic World for this, or Jurassic Park. Dinospan would be fun. Maybe you have like one tier for every age, like the Jurassic age or any of the other ages that I don't know the name of. I only know that the Jurassic age is an age because of, I think, Big Bang Theory, and I looked it up and I was surprised I was actually right. I thought Jurassic was just a term for the old things, but no, this was a specific age of dinosaur, in case you did not know. So maybe each row is an age of dinosaur, and you have to put them in the right age. Maybe there's like some crossover to play between different ages. I don't know what the gameplay aim would be mechanically or thematically, but maybe that's it. Maybe you're gathering food and chickens to eat each other. Maybe put it in the boards to food. I don't know. And moving on, last but not least, we have Planespan. Planespan. Why did so many people care about planes? One of my friends is a huge plane guy. This would get him to play the game for sure. He's a huge plane guy. I actually trained to be a pilot for a year, so I actually know a thing or two about the variety of planes. But I'm just surprised how many people wanted Planespan. I think the best name for it would be Wingspan, but obviously that name's been used for other reasons and other purposes. I think a game of planes called Wingspan would be the ideal name, to be 100% certain. I don't know what the game would be. I don't know what the goal would be or anything like that. Maybe you just have 3 different airports, and you're sending and receiving planes. Actually, maybe you're like sharing them across the board, different destinations, different zones. That'd be interesting. And yeah, so that's all of the pictures we have. We also have Pokemon Span, and Marvel Span were 2 that I couldn't get pictures of. But those were 2 very requested games. I would love to see Pokemon game. I'd love to see a Pokemon version of Wingspan where you're collecting them. Maybe not that art style, because Detective Pikachu really kind of ruined a few Pokemon for me. Like Jigglypuff, to be fully honest, I did not think Jigglypuff would be fluffy. And it kind of makes sense the more like I've seen it. And same thing with Pikachu. I didn't know Pikachu would be fluffy. I thought that would just be smooth. I'm so used to the cartoon and the animation and the games and the 3D games. Like they never added fur to any of them. I was very shocked to see like it was supposed to be furry. And then people were saying like, oh yeah, Kirby's furry too. And I don't want to talk about that. I think that's wrong. Kirby's not furry. He's not fluffy. What are we talking about right now? Nah. Anyways, I would just love to see in the original Pokemon art style. Maybe not OG like the 90s. Maybe like the 2010, what's it called, Team Indigo. I'd love to see that art style for Pokemon in a Pokemon Span type game. And Marvel, I'd love to see like a comic book collecting game where you're collecting comics and like, comic hunters, but like a Wingspan based gameplay with like, or Wormspan more so with the zero randomization of it. And the encouragement of like, the more you have, maybe the more money you have to get, maybe the more trade value you have, you can actually trade cards that you presently have for, I don't know, for something, for other comic books and stuff like that. And maybe other collectibles. Maybe there's like, because there's movie tins, there's the Blu-ray copies, there's the tickets, there's the autographs. I'd love to see all that stuff. I would very much appreciate a game like that. But honestly, that's everything for today. That's all the spans, like all 16 spans, different varieties that you could possibly go down. If you have any different, I'd love to hear in the comments below. I'd love to see just talking to you guys more. I'd love to have you guys join the community. If you want to join our Facebook community where we're all active, like all 1,500 of us, make sure you go to the description and do that. We also have a convention happening in Central Florida called Caravan Convoy. It's a Florida board game expo, so if you're in the Florida area and you want to go swing down for a 12-hour day, it's happening on April 26th in Orlando, Florida, so make sure to go grab a ticket in the description right now. But that is everything. Peace, have a great day, God bless, and I hope to see you at a table soon.